Bino was Barbino. James Kells is in the building. Quiet Riot's in the building. Definitely Biz. Rest in hip hop power of all the others love y'all from down here. But who really know what's up or down? The realm is heavy for one soul to a master. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely, I mean, yo, man, Biz. And you know what I'm saying, with all that's been going on with the skinny jean wars, all the the adolescent depths out here. Even though Biz passed, he's able to give us great memories. Memories of when we was younger. Memories when, even though through all the crazy all the craziness that was going on around us, we found time to enjoy life, man. I mean, he had grown men singing melodies in house parties. Nobody beat the Biz. Um, Man, he had to dance. The Biz, remember the Bismarck. We had the Biz dance. We had This Is Something for the Radio. R.I.P. Biz. Yo, him and T.J. Swan, it worked, man. Him and the magic of T.J. Swan, it worked. That's something that worked. Those two together, it worked. Um, no, definitely shout out to T.J. Swan, man. T.J. Swan, the first time I heard T.J. Swan, other than Biz, was with MC Share, Left Me Lonely. Yeah, man, this, you know what I'm saying? Biz is hip hop culture, man. I remember the first time I heard Biz, it was him and Shantae. And like the first time I heard him, you know what I'm saying? He had a song, it was like, meow, 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 meow. What? What you like? My name is, that was crazy. Back then, that was crazy. The only other dude that was beatboxing was the Fat Boy, Roxy, and Dougie Fresh. They was killing the beat. He killed it with that joint, man. And this is just the first joint. Nobody beat the Biz. Nobody beat the Biz. Just the joints that we was rocking to, man. You know what I'm saying? Just the Suzuki Samurais. Remember the Suzuki Samurai? You know what I'm saying? The sidekicks, I mean. Those Jeeps, the Jettas, the butter soft leathers, the Dapper Dan, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he really put on for where he's from, Brooklyn, Queens, you know what I'm saying? For Definitely shout out to Queensbridge, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a real hip hop legend, man. And it's funny because when we mentioned the bridge wars between KRS One and MC Shan, Biz never got caught up in that, man. You know what I'm saying? Biz music was just the universal thing. When you heard a cab flying by and you heard them playing the Biz, you just automatically started dancing. You just started dancing. Like it was just like, he used to say he had that springtime music, that money music. You know what I'm saying? The vapors, it was that springtime music, man. You know what I'm saying? And his energy was just positive. You know what I'm saying? Like Biz was what hip hop really needed, man. We needed Biz at that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop music helped a lot of us escape some of our realities. You know what I'm saying? But Biz kept us in our reality. Because this is a guy that was a big guy that had people doing the Biz dance. We was doing the Bismarck dance. That was a dance. They played it in the club when the DJ started DJing playing the Bismarck. You joined dudes just dancing. Nobody even talk about the Biz dance no more. But the Biz dance, if we look at This Is Something for the Radio, they're actually doing the Biz dance. You know what I'm saying? Definitely send mine to the Juice Crew All Stars, Marley Marl. You know what I'm saying? And this is funny, man. I remember when the first time I been to Queensbridge, my man Frito brought me there. He's Marley Marl's nephew. But Frito's from Astoria Projects though. But he had brought me there because he had a little bit of static, whatever the case, whatever that case was. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, like, we was glued to that Juice Crew All Stars thing. Like, that was like a movement. That was a, like, BDP had a movement. That Juice Crew All Stars had a movement, man. And it was like going to Queensbridge was probably like going to Bronx River back in the days, or you know, where they threw the first hip hop parties at in the Bronx. going to the bridge, man, and Bismarck was a part of that movement, man. Not, you know what I'm saying? This is before Nas and all of them, man. Um, Biz music was very inspirational, man. You got what I need. That was dope, man. He had college students on there doing the steps and all that. Shout out to the Kappas, the Sigmas. You know, Biz was definitely a people's person. Every time I seen Bismarck somewhere, he was being himself, man. Biz be himself, you know what I'm saying? Biz come through and just Bismarck being himself, man. That picture I took, we was at, and that's actually, yeah. That picture that's on the thumbnail, that was me and him at stage 48. It was a dope show. It was actually it was a sneaker thing. It was something with these sneaker, what they call it, man. These sneaker fiends. I forgot what they call that thing, that sneakerheads. It was a sneakerhead event. Shout out to Exclusive Revivals. They was in the building though. But they had AZ performed there, the rapper AZ, and the Juice Crew All Stars performed there. Coochie Rap performed, Bismarck performed, a couple of Juice Crew All Stars performed. It was dope, man. G-Rap got busy. If you know G-Rap, you couldn't wait till G-Rap started singing You Lose. Plus you got the Ill Street Blues. All that had us going loose in our mind, man. You know what I'm saying? But Biz, man, you know what I'm saying? It brought us back to, remember the long Mickey Mouse shirts and all that? The Polo Mocks, hard blues and all that. Exactly. That Biz kept all the goons with him, man. Because Biz was a good dude. See, when you're a good dude, you don't get violated. You don't get disrespected. Good dudes, that's this new thing now. When you're a good dude, you consider soft. Biz was outside. He just was on the rap thing, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, man, when we was growing up, once you start hitting those corners, dudes only respected you before you even bust your gun. It's not how it is now, where you got to prove yourself, or you had to go to jail, you cut something, or you kept your name afloat of doing 4 or 5 years. That wasn't what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? It was different. You know, it was definitely different, man. It was definitely a different routine. It was a different flavor. Bismarck was definitely like he was definitely in the mix, man. I mean, we talking about to where hip hop is now, right? We're talking about when there was only 2 radio stations. The only other radio station I heard that had hip hop was Cosmic Kevin and that was in Philadelphia. And the only reason we knew about that because Marley Marl would shout them out sometime, or a lot of our friends that went to Philly to get money, they would come back and talk about the hip hop stations in Philadelphia. But back then, they spoke of crews in Philadelphia like the JBM. Just to say a few. There's a bunch. The Hilltop, the EST, all that Hilltop. That really was something. The Hilltop and all that. The dudes would come back and tell us about, yo, man, Philly crazy. They got different sides and all that. Like, we didn't know about that. You only know what dudes were telling us when they came back, man. So definitely, that played a part to that whole era, man, when dudes was trying to find a style. You know what I'm saying? And Biz had his style, man. I'm going to tell you, man. Even him and Kane worked. It was Crackino. Yo, who'd have thought that Kane would have wrote half the first album? Biz's first album was a classic. That's if the Source was out back then, that's definitely certified 5 joint. Everywhere you went, somebody was playing Biz. I remember when this is a classic night, man. That's what it. 88, 89. The Juice Crew All Stars had the official concert at the Apollo Theater. This is when everybody showed out. It had to be like a night of the Grammys. Brooklyn showed up. Harlem definitely showed up. We're talking about when the names was out there, like the Mob Styles was out there. We're talking about when Brooklyn. They was pulling up. It was crazy that night. Allegedly that night they say that somebody got slapped. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's true or false. But they're saying a certain rapper got slapped by his mentor. But it was a who's who at Apollo Theater. We talking about 1989. Juice Crew All Stars. Exactly. The Albee Square Mall song was dope. Exactly. The Biz was definitely out. He was and it was good music. Because not too many rappers Because back then, rappers had to try to find an image or be themselves. But a lot of them trying to be themselves, it didn't work out. Like, I'm going to tell you something, right? If you pay attention to KRS-One's first album, it's totally different from every other album he made after that. You know what I'm saying? Criminal Minded was for the streets. My Philosophy was for the world. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? That was for the world, My Philosophy. We didn't know what to do by all means necessary. We started walking. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, we wasn't young and dumb, man. There was too much righteousness amongst us. Even if we heard a rap song and KRS-One said black or green or brown, not from the boogie, like, what you mean? For those that wasn't studying culture. They made us understand culture, man. And like I told you, business around, man. We talking the rooftop was popping, Willie Burgers. You know, on the east side, we had the steakhouse. You know, we had Jackson Hole. Some people Green Kitchen. The St. Francis parties. Shout out to what's his name? You know, back then you go to a party was like on the east side. You seen people like DJ Debo the Pro, Double R, DJ Rage. You know what I'm saying? That was what the temperature was, man. We walked up on the joint with Delta Forces on. Remember the Delta Force? This is the Delta Force ever. The Deltas coming with the Delta Forces on with some good Calvin Kleins. With the rugby shirt. Now, Brooklyn cats again. Brooklyn was on a different type of fashionable time. They was wearing, you know, they had the low, they had the Benetton. Some of us had Benetton. You know, we all had the naughties. This is when we just address seasonal, some of us. Like, you know, springtime, dudes get their Nautica jackets, their Nautica sweats and all that. You know what I'm saying? It was a different time, man. You know what I'm saying? And Biz, I just remember, we used to be in cabs, you be blasting. Nobody beat the Biz. Make the music with your mouth, Biz, and all that. That was crazy, the Vapors. You know what I'm saying? He had pure party joints, but he also had joints you could listen to. Definitely shouts to Taino Towers, man. Salute to Taino, man. I'm gonna say out of all the money dudes made, dudes found time to have a good time and party, man. Yo, if we was, as much fighting as y'all dudes do with a little bit of money in your pocket, we was partying with dudes that had buildings on Smash. And they wasn't losing their mind. We talking about buildings and blocks on Smash. And dudes found time to have a good time, man. This I ain't gonna front though. I guess this is why a lot of dudes hustle, because it felt like you wasn't in the mix. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you was in the mix. It was more so like you played your part to the game. You know? Biz was an entertainer. He didn't write that first album, that whole first album. He was more of an entertainer. Kane wrote that. Kane won't have that. The hits that we love from Biz, Kane has something to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kane won't have that. He was a great entertainer. Biz was an entertainer. He was an entertainer. I'm not gonna say he couldn't rap, because anybody can rap. Yeah, he was a rapper, but he was more so as an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? This guy had dudes doing a dance called the Bismarck Dance. He put on a Bismarcky song and dudes start doing his dance. I don't know. Biz was rocking when Kid and Play was rocking. Now I'm gonna tell you about Kid and Play. Shout out to Kid and Play though. When you heard Kid and Play, they only had like 3 good songs on any album they made. Everything else to me wasn't so trendy, you know what I'm saying? But when you heard Biz, man, Biz was like, yo, do all the Bridges Over, do all the South Bronx. You had a Biz joint, and people danced to that in the parties, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people dance to. People dance to that in the parties, man. Yep, he's just both of these. Yes, yep. He was. You know what I'm saying? He was just an entertainer. He was just himself. See, he was himself. You know what I'm saying? He was just himself, man. He's a funny guy. Made people laugh, and he kept a lot of dudes. See, back in that era, it was different. It wasn't what it is now. Like, Everybody, because you're down with a crew, everybody in the crew wasn't killers or tough, you know what I'm saying? So you got to keep you know what I'm saying? We had dudes that snapped, we had dudes that joked around, we had dudes that was serious. It wasn't like how they make up these tough images of what a crew looked like. Biz was just a good guy, funny guy that got Money Mars' attention or Fly Tie, who knows, and they gave him a chance. And when he got his chance, he took off. Think about it. When Biz really got in the industry, he was Roxanne Shantae's hype man. You know what I'm saying? And they took that Roxanne to the moon. You know what I'm saying? And now look how it all plays back. Though look how it always played back. Now I just stopped for a second because I see that Disco's alive, man. I just seen Disco. I think he went live with somebody on IG. So definitely Disco Baller's alive. You know what I'm saying? He good money. He must be safe somewhere, but that's good. But he went live, so he ain't ducking and dodging nobody. Definitely shout out to Disco. It's definitely the Disco Baller summer. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Biz was just like, he had his own style, man. You know, Kane. When we heard Kane, I'm gonna tell you, this was '89, '88 going to '89 into the new year. My man Wiggs, shout out to Wiggs PT, rest in peace to his brother Ralph. East Harlem's in the building, man. Norman Thomas High School, we're talking about 88, 89, right? 88. We had the 40 belows, but the big leathers, good jeans on. Wiggs had the 5411. He had the 5411s, pink Reebok Classics with the velour. I'm gonna tell you the reason I'm telling you this for. With the velour 131 Gucci jacket from Dot, hard blues, killed it that day, right? That weekend was the first time that I ever heard Big Daddy Kane. He had tracks out before that, but the one I heard was Me and the Biz. Everybody all day in school was reciting what Kane said. Yo, this guy Kane is hard. Everybody was reciting what Kane said. Even though we might have heard some words to the motherland and other tracks, that one track, after that, the next track I heard from Kane was Raw, and the rest is history. But you see what I'm saying? He humbled himself, Kane. He used to write for Biz and run around Biz. Now when somebody said the Biz went around with a bunch of goons, it sounds to be, because you think about it, Kane ran with a bunch of official Brooklyn cats. Rest in peace, Born True and the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Kane ran with the who's who of BK. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Biz was like, you know what I'm saying? Biz was really an entertainer, man. And he made in that era, he inspired a lot of dudes to get singers on their tracks. I think. I'm pretty sure that what's his name, Nate Dogg, and what Snoop was doing was probably inspired by people like Bismarck and T.J. Swan, because that chemistry worked. I remember when my man Sonny sang the Money Making, had his brother John singing the chorus on that. Shout out to Mose and all the Mose, MDW, my man, you know what I'm saying, my man. The Brothers with Monday, follow, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to their page. We're talking about 88, 89. Hard performances at St. Francis de Sales, you know what I'm saying? So, needless to say, it was definitely a dope moment. It was a dope moment for the time, dope moment for the game, man. And just getting into this Bismarck, man, with all the craziness that's been going on. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? With all that's been going on, that's been crazy, man. Even though he passed away, man, he gave a lot of dudes good thoughts. You see nothing but love for a change. We're not saying the man got assassinated. Even though he passed away, he brought back, he's waking people up to get back to their love, man. You got some people who just love conflict. They love chaos. And we see them. And when we see them, this is what they do. We ain't come from the chaos. Like you see what I'm saying? We ain't come around that. Some dudes are just, that's how they get attention by creating chaos. They worry about all the things that they shouldn't have to worry about. Definitely RP Biz, you know what I'm saying? Worry about all the things that they shouldn't worry about. Focus on the things that you should worry about, and you win. You know what I'm saying? Word. Um, I truly believe that when we come to a point in time in our life, we have to reflect, right? That was a good time, man. I mean, it was a good time, man. You know, shout out to my man Frito, man. Shout out to the whole Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? See, back then in Queensbridge, exactly. The more of that funny energy, everybody want to be tough and catch cases. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't cool, man. Let's be tough and catch cases. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the end thing. That defeat the whole purpose of getting in the rap. If you choose to get 4 or 5 B and C felonies, you might as well stay in the corners, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, for a lot of people don't understand is I remember when Biz got sued by the Wiz for using that Biz thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, Biz paid his dues, man. You know, definitely shout out to all that whole Juice Crew All Stars thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Biz wasn't a hater. That's the whole thing. He wasn't a hater. Biz made everybody laugh, man. Yo, I forgot. I seen a post on Fat Joe's thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I remember when Fat Joe had the store. It's on his page. I remember Fat Joe had a store. Man, yo, Fat Joe did a lot for the culture. I remember he had the store uptown, and it's crazy. He said, bitch, used to come in there on certain days and work. Shout out to Fat Joe. Fat Joe had the clothing line, the jackets and all that. Yo, Fat Joe did a lot for the hip-hop culture. A lot of dudes may not want to give him his props, but he definitely did a lot for hip-hop, bro. You can't take that away from Joey Crack. He definitely did a lot, bro. He owned the club. He had a hip-hop store. He's probably one of the first hip-hop artists that had their own hip-hop store. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So he's definitely an ill pioneer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word. And I'm watching the thing. I said, yo, I forgot Joe had a store in the Bronx, bro. I knew he had the 560. I remember that. Like, yo, Joe was doing his thing, man. Definitely shout out to Fat Joe, man. But he had Biz in there. Rest in peace, Biz. He's just paying homage, man. Biz was a good dude. I seen Biz a couple of times, though, man. And Biz always show love to dudes that he's around, man. I remember one time I seen him with Devastating Tito. You know what I'm saying? He was working on projects. I seen him with Mikey D. You know what I'm saying? From Normanton, Queens. I seen him with him one time. You know what I'm saying? Just help him pushing their projects. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's real when you get somebody who unconditionally wants you to win. You know what I'm saying? That's real, man. I remember when I seen Biz perform. Oh, actually, I seen Biz perform. He performed in Wingate. This had to be like 2017, 2015. 2015, it was at Wingate. It was him, Big Daddy Kane, and Rakim. Rakim performed. I love Rakim, but Rakim has a boring stage show. But we love the art. They performed in Wingate Park. Y'all know that's some of the joints to do in Wingate. You know what I'm saying? They definitely performed there, man. And this is, you know what I'm saying? And it was just nothing but love, man. Because the era, see, when the cloth come out, we come out, man. The cloth is different, man. It's just nothing but love. Because we made it through, like some dudes made it through Vietnam. We made it through the trenches. Dudes just happy to see each other. You know what I'm saying? There's another cloth out there that's our same age that believe being toxic is a win. You know what I'm saying? Who creates the narratives of clowns, all that shit that we don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Creating these solid circles. I don't know. They be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why they keep going back and forth with dudes, because y'all creating a narrative that's false. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to make sucker niggas real niggas. And y'all think that y'all have enough, I guess, status to do it. And y'all just can't do it. Y'all can't pull it off. But that's why you see what you see on the thing. Now, talking about that, right? I see a couple of videos. I see whatever, right? A lot of people said, I said 1,000 videos of Hassan Campbell, right? Once you gain, one thing about the game, I could tell somebody you got garbage every day on your block. But if you are consistent with enough work, people will come back. Hassan Campbell still gets his 100,000 views, 80,000 views. Nothing shut him down. What, he lost 10 subs. but he's still making the same money. The loss, that's what I'm saying. The math don't add up. And that's what and this is what you gotta get to your heads. Stop listening to a 2 for 5 nigga who understand the business. Like I told you, I can sit on the corner all day with trays. I'm like, yeah, they don't go over there, they got garbage. They'll still walk past us and go to that hill hole and go buy those dimes. Nah, I ain't said there's no one paying homage to Biz. Nah, nobody said that. What are you talking about? Nah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? I just pay homage. Most dudes grew up under his situation, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, with float, people boast on float minds, you know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm gonna say is, let's stop thinking that we can cancel somebody. Like I told you, I can sit on my block all day with trays and be like, yo, they got garbage, they got this. And they still walk past me. So it's what you do. You consistency. People come back to hear Hassan Campbell speak because he's consistent, and he's created a product that makes them return. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. Create a product that make people return. If you got 300,000 subs, you're getting 150,000 views, 200,000 views on your content. That means that you're reaching 80 to 90% of your subscription. That means that your community is paying attention to anything you put out there. That's where I'm trying to be. I'm trying to get to a point where when I do a video, at least something close to my numbers is paying attention to what the fuck I'm talking about. Soon I'm gonna stop doing lives. I'm gonna start doing this straight to the video joints. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to make it where I'm not talking about one thing. But back to the biz, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have to touch on that. You know what I'm saying? People do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? Biz was one of the greatest, most humblest dudes I've seen. Inspiring. I remember we used to be in the crib listening to the Biz joint, and dudes used to want to be like TJ Swan. Like that worked, that magic worked, you know what I'm saying? That magic worked. Him and TJ Swan, that thing worked, you know what I'm saying? And you know, this is when they was on an independent label. Yeah, they was on Prism back then. They was on Prism. This is before the Warner Brother deal. This is before they got on Warner. All this was them going hard on the paint, cold chill in prison. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. You know what I'm saying? I just have to show my payment. I just have to pay homage to Biz, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he affected me and a lot of my friends, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, listening to the music, the culture, you know what I'm saying? When outside was actually enjoyable, you know what I'm saying? We went to a house party, we actually danced. You didn't go to a house party and worry about who's going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Yo, why son keep looking at me? He wasn't going to parties. He was going to parties to purely have fun. You know what I'm saying? Not every party turned out great, but a lot of parties, you know, 90% of the parties we went to, we had the time of our lives, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, good dude, man. Dapper Dan was the spot. See, people put a real people that know, people that know. Dap had to be one of the smartest businessmen to ever play the game. He played the game right, man. You know what I'm saying? He played the game right. You know what I'm saying? And what he got out of it was a deal with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Because he made, in the States, in the urban areas, he made Gucci more famous than Gucci that was on 59th Street or 50th Street of Madison Avenue. People was bypassing them that had bread. Like, yo, let me get 3 Gucci jackets. Let me get 2 Louis jackets. But there was a spot in the Albee Square Mall that was sort of doing what Dap did, and nobody never recognizes them, bro. I remember Brooklyn cats were putting up with the velour suits with the Nike joints on it and all that. There was a spot in the Albee Square Mall, I think, that had a spot like that, bro. You hear me? But since, you know, nobody wanted to go to Brooklyn personally by themselves, Dapper Dan was like a safe place, 125. Yeah, Shirt Kings was popping in the Coliseum. All that's generation, man. Remember Shirt Kings? You had to go over, but the Coliseum felt more safe to go to than the Albert Square Mall. You know what I'm saying? Word, the Coliseum was dope. Guts and all that. Yo, don't forget, get in tune with 50 Cent's joint, man. 50 Cent got a joint coming out. I think tomorrow, the Kanan joint. It's going to show how he was dressing in them 90s, early 90s, man. Debbie shout out to 50, man. He did a dope party joint. He had EPMD perform. And a host of other rappers, you know what I'm saying, which was dope. Mr. C was DJing, Big Daddy Kane was in the building. He brought it back to the era, man. We're going to see how dudes dress. Don't go into the storyline like, yo, he freestyling. Go into pay attention to what they're showing you. This is what it looked like on those corners. That's how we dress. That's how a lot of us move. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention. It was the Rocky jackets with the naughty rugbies and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop was a classic, but you're right. But they had all those stores downtown Manhattan. We just said we ain't go like, you know what I'm saying, like unless you was going downtown, you didn't know a lot of that shit existed on Madison Avenue and Park Avenue and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew about the Nautica spot on Upper West Side. You know what I'm saying? But hell yeah, you weirdo. If you dancing, you're a weirdo. Unless you're doing the dancing that they're doing, which is getting them killed. That's crazy, right? If we do the Running Man for 20 minutes, then we're weird. Shout out to my man Shaq Brim and you know, the Big Stony. They always dancing, man. They enjoying their life, man. Taking it back to the, you know what I'm saying? When the streets had a little bit of love, a little bit of common sense, you heard. You know, it's that lunchtime mixtape, man. Just, you know, we got a chance, man. We got grandkids and all that. Play some of that biz, you know what I'm saying? Play that biz joint, you know what I'm saying? Listen to some biz, you know what I'm saying? Get it in, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. You know, just brought back the good times, man. So I just want to talk about this. I'm pretty sure she up pulled up for this, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. With that being said, man, what you want to ask me? You want to ask me anything? Jamaica? Yeah, Jamaica Ave looks sad now, man. Jamaica Ave was like 125th Street back in the days, you heard? Jamaica Ave was like 125. Shout out to my man Miami Moon and Patchen, you know, Malcolm X Boulevard and all that, you know what I'm saying? Jackie Robb. Whoa. Yo, it's so crazy, right? The game is crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that with the game, man, that's the culture we live in now. A phony tough guy culture, that's a fact. Everybody want to be tough, man. You got old niggas that want to be tough, so it's crazy, man. Just be yourself. Yo, do you know being yourself and keep you alive nowadays? Because when you don't be yourself, you're getting shot at, putting yourselves in crazy, wild predicaments. Just be yourself, man. Like I told you, COVID kept dudes in the house, right? Then you got the young boys now that they open the world up, they're actually bumping heads now. Gas stations, clubs, restaurants, and they were trying to kill each other. For all the online beef that they've been doing for the last 8-9 months while we had face masks on, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just seen a video where in Brooklyn, son smoked son. Son who did that didn't even have a mask on. He on the phone, bro. Son was on the phone. Son rolled right up on him. Son splattered him. They just said somebody died in Harlem this morning. Yo, man, be safe, man. It's a war out there. It really is a war outside, man. It's a war outside, man. And this shit done explode to all 5 bubbles. I don't know what type of agenda this shit is, but this shit is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Soho. Yeah. Soho is, yeah. It was always like Soho's like the Village. Like 8th Street, Broadway, yeah, all that shit was always high, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that shit was always high in Soho. Yeah. Because NoHo was like Delancey Street, you know, other craziness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's Soho. Because Soho's like Tribeca and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that area is Soho. Yeah. It was always like that. You know what I'm saying? It was, but there was a lot of drugs down there. So it didn't look as clean as it look now. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of spots like by East Houston. You had them side blocks that was by Pitt Street and all that. Them little areas over there. Yeah, it was crazy. So Soho is still Soho. You know, it's old school throwback buildings, but that crack, we had $1 million blocks over there. You know what I'm saying? And Lower East Side, that whole LES corridor was like, they dropped million dudes. I ain't gonna front dudes down there took million. My man Little Ray, rest in peace. He was getting a couple of dollars out down there. You know what I'm saying? In the LES. You know what I'm saying? But I know about, my mans went to school down there. They went to Seward Park. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope. They're from East Harlem and went to school in Seward Park. So we went to Seward Park in 88, 89. That crew that was from East Harlem, I went there. Me and my niggas. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. It was $1 million game. Yo, that's why a lot of dudes didn't go out of town. Because downtown, niggas was charging them niggas out of town prices. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You caught a flow out of town prices. It was OTB prices, you know what I'm saying? You ain't go, you know what I'm saying? You out of town, woo. It was crazy. That park, what's that park? What's that park, man? That was the other park, man. It's a boys club over there. It's off of, man. It's like it's by like 14th Street and First Avenue. There's a park. That park was like $1 million drug operation. It's in the LES. Was it Pitt Street? Nah, that wasn't Pitt Street. Tompkins Park, some park it was. There's a park on the Lower East Side that was crazy. It's still crazy, but it was crazy. I think it's no. It's by, man, what street that park is on, man? This park was like $1 million game over there, you know what I'm saying? Yo, that money down there is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But, hold on. I gotta get ready to go back to the Get Back. Definitely rest in peace to Biz. We took this way back. On my community board, I'm gonna be posting more pictures of me with some of our favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Just I know a lot of people been in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? So let's show you a little bit more who Zeke Black is. You know what I'm saying? Not just this jail guy or this guy who broke the law. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to do it. Remember, you don't want controversy in your life. You will never win. With that being said, don't be toxic. Go for the win. And I'll holler at y'all later, you heard? It's 1,000 degrees out here. Easy.